Now, if I'm going to dish it out to the Democrats, though, I got to dish it out to the conservatives. There's this ad circulating of this woman who's running for Secretary of State in Missouri, Valentina Gomez. And a lot of people find this funny and cute and cheeky or whatever. It has 2 million views. You might watch it. You might appreciate it. Let's see what Valentina has to say.
It's 6 a.m. and I'm doing the 15-mile run from St. Louis City to Cribport, Missouri, without the hundreds of preachers that wanted to join me because they pissed off a bunch of weak and gay people that always find a way to mess things up. So fuck you and what you become Missouri's 41st Secretary of State. Let's get it. Made it to Cribport, Missouri. 15 miles in. I told you I would get it done. No excuses for me. See you on August 6th.
Okay, and there's her with her firearm, and then it says Valentina Gomez, Missouri Secretary of State. Now, I am laughing at this. I am laughing, and I'll tell you why I'm laughing. Okay, I get it. In this crazy age of politics or whatever, where we're talking about PC culture and wokeness or whatever, it's so cool for a woman to come out and say that everybody's weak and gay and they need to get over it, and she runs 15 miles for Patriots or whatever, and she tells you to F off and F you, and she's going to be the Secretary of State, whatever. I get that it's sort of gimmicky and funny and there's some novelty to it. I am so over whatever form of politics this is. I'm going to be so for real with you now. I was watching the Marjorie Taylor Greene and that other lady go back and forth, and then AOC throw her name in there and start arguing. And what did that lady call Marjorie Taylor Greene? She called her a bleach blonde, bad built, butch bodied. Gosh. Oh, and Marjorie Taylor Greene was telling her she can't read because her false eyelashes are too big.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
your
please
screen.
regain
That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack
meeting will
the
suspend.
physical
Meeting will
appearance of another
suspend.
person?
Are your
Move
feelings hurt?
her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play. with
Baby
me.
girl? I don't think
we are
so.
going to move and we're going to take your words down.
I
Thank you very
second that motion.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Y'all, I cannot watch any more videos of people who are supposed to be adults. Not only that, people who are supposed to be adults who are vying to represent you. They are trying to represent you, and this is the way that they're speaking, and this is the way that they're acting. And I'll say that for Democrats who do it in their position, and I'll say it for conservatives like this Valentina Gomez, who's calling everybody weak and gay and saying, F you, I'm going to be the Secretary of State or whatever. It's so lame and childish and immature, and I think, unfortunately, we're at a time right now where our attention spans are so small, and we are so... I don't want to even call it ready for change, but just ready to shake things up, that we'll see a video like this and think that this is somehow like, oh, it's empowering. What a powerful thing that this woman is calling people weak and gay in a time of political correctness. It's not. It's cringy. It's immature. It's super childish. And when you think about people who are meant to serve as your public servants, don't you want somebody with a little bit of tact? Don't you want somebody who you think is a little, better than you? When I see a public servant who's supposed to be operating on not only my behalf, but on behalf of all the constituents that live in their area that they are representing, I want you to be better than us, right? I don't want to look at you and think, oh yeah, you remind me of a girl that used to like bully other people in fifth grade. That's literally what it feels like now. Maybe even younger than fifth grade, some of the stuff that we're seeing and hearing out of people who are meant to represent us, out of their mouths. Your money is going to them, and they're meant to be doing things for your life, and they're making campaign ads where they're running around calling people weak and gay, and then they're calling people bleach blonde, bad built, butch bodied, whatever, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is saying that you can't see through your false eyelashes and that's why you can't read, and AOC is going, baby girl, strike her words down. They know the fanfare that this creates. They know that theatrics is what people are looking for, and that's what's going to get the clip, and that's what's going to get people talking. And it's more about performance art now than it is about representing you. So when I see ads like this, oh, you guys are weak and gay, vote for me for the Secretary of State. It sucks that we're even seeing ads like this, but it also sucks that people are like cheering this on, like this is somehow powerful. So many people are saying, oh, we need her in Pennsylvania. I love this woman. This is so bold. This is so brave. It's not bold or brave to call people weak and gay in 2024, hop into a Fortnite lobby and listen to a bunch of 10-year-old boys call each other that for like 6 hours straight. There's nothing powerful about it. What's powerful is to actually respect yourself and have dignity and fight for a position of public service despite the trashness that's going on right now, and do so in a way that is respectable. And so very few people are capable of doing it now that we are cheering on people who make campaign ads like this. So no, Valentina Gomez, I don't want to see you be the Secretary of State in Missouri, and I'll put that out there. I never endorse, but I will de-influence. And I want to de-influence whatever brand of political conservatism, political Democrat, whoever is acting like this, de-influence. Please get out of here. Leave the door.
We asked you guys, the Weekend Gay ad, do you approve, disapprove, and if so, how do you feel about it? And 39% of you said I approve and it's hilarious. 39% say I disapprove, but it was still funny. And 23% say I disapprove, also not funny. I think I'm in camp B of disapprove, but it was still funny. When I first saw this, I thought this looks like an SNL sketch that is actually kind of funny. But it doesn't translate into me wanting to support this candidate and considering her ideas and her platform, whatever it is, to be something that is worthy of my advocacy and support. It's just those dots don't really connect. But you're right. I think this is just part and parcel of the time in which we live that I think has really crested in the post-Trump era. But we also have the factor of social media, audiences, and polarization and all this stuff. And if you just go out and do stuff that plays to your audience and does, violates political correctness or triggers the other side or whatever, then you're going to get an enthusiastic response from people who are like, yeah, you're violating social convention and you're doing that, you're doing the unexpected and you're dunking on the side that I don't like, or dunking on things that they do that I don't like. And I think to an extent, there's room for that in politics. But when that becomes everything, and when this becomes more than just like a throwaway, like funny post, and it translates into like, this is how we actually engage with each other in political discourse, or as a substitute for actual political discourse, we're just doing this dunking things and playing to our own audiences and, getting out, putting our strong man out there and rah. It's counterproductive, and it's not leading us back to a place where we're having a serious political landscape, serious discussions, actual pluralism, actual using our speech and arguments to reason with one another, come to consensus and compromises, and figure out how to, navigate this crazy pirate ship that we are on together.
Yep.
That is American politics. And that's really the goal here. And I don't think that this serves that in the end, but I did laugh.
Yeah, I laughed to keep from crying. I laughed to keep from crying in this. I like the natural progression of this. If we continue down this path of cheering people on that do stuff like this and giving them a million views and saying, this is so great, I want her to come to my state and represent us as Secretary of State or whatever. The natural progression is you are going to get the people who are willing to do the craziest stuff for their campaign ads to be the representative for your side, because those are the people who are going to gain traction. And politics is largely about gaining traction and getting views and having people know your name. So on the right, it's going to be people who are like, you're weak, you're gay, let's bring back the word retard and all this different stuff. And then they're going to be like, here's my huge gun. And it's going to be the most salacious, just crazy stuff you can do to upset the other side while also getting conservatives to cheer for you. And then for leftists, it's going to be like, who is the most trans, who is like the gayest man or whatever with the biggest hair and the biggest dress and the biggest nails, who's going to say the craziest thing about wanting to indoctrinate kids or whatever, and then they're going to throw that up as a campaign ad to piss off conservatives and rile up the base, and then that's what you're going to get. And if we continue to just give treats to people who do this and incentivize this sort of behavior, which is just so childish, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse, and we're going to be feeding it because we give them the reaction that they want. Boo, boo. Where's my button?
Oh, tomato. I'm throwing tomatoes.
I'm throwing tomatoes.